Think so? They better go back to back. See, Ahmad pulled up. Y'all legendary though now. Like, I got rings. It sound like Mike said though. It sounds better. It sounds better when you win it. Welcome back to Bigger Than Basketball podcast, sponsored by my guy, Sean White and ADG Barbershop. Shout out to everybody in here. My son Red Eye, Manny Fresh down there somewhere, Terry. Braided by Paris, braided by Law, Sally O, Emilio, everybody. We actually got Coach Mike J from Curtis just happened to be getting the shape up today. Check him out right here. Free haircuts on Saturday if you say Mike J. Well, today is a very special guest, I would say, on the podcast is changed it up a little bit. I wanted to do football today. I wanted to show these young men some love. So I'm just going to introduce from my left going all the way down. We got former Curtis High School star wide receiver Ahmad Anderson, who actually won 2 city championships at Curtis, went back to back. But I knew Ahmad for a long time, and he actually played basketball with me back when he was a young boy. And I never forget my first year coaching, Jason Sullivan, shout out to Jay Sullivan, he called me the day of the championship game, and he said, Coach Red, I got bad news. You won't have Ahmad today. So if anybody knows me, I'm like, what do you mean I'm not having Ahmad? He always told me that Ahmad was real good in football. Not saying I ain't take Jay Sullivan's word, but I did. But he had 7 on 7 at. He had 7 on 7 in Maryland. And he came to the championship game with 1:42 left to go on the clock. I'll never forget that. Of course, Coach Red, a championship, but lost by 9. You still remember that years later. So I want to thank Ahmad for coming on the podcast and with these young men. So I just want to can y'all introduce yourself?
Saquon Lowen, senior, middle linebacker.
Javon Mitchell, senior, middle linebacker.
Vincenzo Teneri, quarterback, junior.
Nicholas Mukazes, senior, running back.
Well, congratulations, guys. I really appreciate y'all. I got to give y'all a round of applause, because I was actually watching the football game with Coach Mike J, and y'all was down 13 at half. So we we was like, dang, they got to come back. But I love the way y'all didn't give up, though. Y'all didn't give up. Y'all fought through adversity, and everyone probably counted y'all out, but y'all didn't give up. So I just got a couple of questions I wanna ask for y'all before I get into it. But before I ask y'all the questions, I want to give a big shout out to Coach Gambo, because to my knowledge, I want to say that Coach Gambo has been a part of 8 championships at Curtis, 4 as an assistant under the great Fred Oliveri, and 4 as a head coach. So he's been there since 2008 to present, which is 16 years. So that's legendary. Curtis got the most championships in school history in New York City. So that's big time. I want to give another shout out to the assistant coach, Coach McCagg. Started coaching in 2002, He got 3 city championships, and he got 1 as a player. Did y'all know he was a player in 2002? He was like that. He was really like that. So this is special. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got this championship, and it dates back to when I was in high school many moons ago. That '97 team. I don't know if y'all even know them, but like George Hassel was the quarterback. Jason Matherine, Meth, Joe Snyder, Roy King was the receivers, Craig Luttrell, Javon Whitehead. So like those guys who wasn't able, at the time to win a championship, but I feel like personally they set the bar for Curtis, and Coach Fred Oliveri did a good job, and I think Gamble picked up, and he's doing a great job. So I want to shout out that team, George Hassel, Mike Goodman, who was there, Steve Gregory, who was a beast there. So just shout out to the legends that played at Curtis football. So like the first question I got for y'all guys is, what was training camp like coming into the season?
Training camp, they put us through like some crazy stuff. Like we did conditioning every day, and we'll start off with conditioning and we'll end off with conditioning too, because throughout every practice, training camp since the spring, we've always done conditioning because that's how you win games, all 4 quarters plus overtime.
Yeah.
Go down. You the quarterback. You the quarterback.
Yeah, the trainings in the summer was real hard, but we got through it. Sun blazing, running 110s. Every Monday we would run 110s, like at least 16 of them.
Can you explain, like Coach Red is a basketball guy. I love football, but
they do suicide.
What is 110s? Can you break that down?
110s is the back of the end zone. So back of the end zone to the other back of the end zone.
How many?
We did 16.
You time though, so it's like it's not a sprint. It's supposed to be like a strata. So it's supposed to you're supposed to you know what I'm saying, get some work in, but it's not necessarily like to kill you. It's just to, what I'm saying, like training conditions. So it's depending on the level and stuff like that. You got 12, 16, 22, 100 yard, what I'm saying, like sprints, but you time. So it depends on like 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 12 seconds, 16, and you got to make the time. And if you don't make the time, then that's when it becomes.
The 16.
Yeah, so you got skill, the receivers, DBs, and you got the linebackers. You got big skill, and then you got the trenchmen. You know what I'm saying? Who get later time. So that's really all the conditioning is.
Gambo, from day one, he said we're going to be the most conditioned team in the PSAL, and it showed. Championship game, went to 2 OTs. We wasn't that tired, but for me, it showed. And yeah, I used to hate Mondays, 110s. It was the worst.
Y'all got donuts on Monday, right? What's this, donuts on Monday? That was legendary.
Every
Single time we left the team on 0, we get donuts every Monday. That was the good of it.
All right. The next question I got, like, I don't know if it was y'all, but I saw some, in the middle of the season, I saw a couple Curtis football players here, and I asked them, I don't know if you was here, baby, but I asked them, I said, yo, y'all gonna win the city championship this year or what? And they responded so confident. Like, some people would call it, like, arrogance or whatever, but I didn't take it that way. I took it as, like, you being confident. So, like, can you describe, like y'all confident what made y'all feel like y'all was gonna, like, win the city championship this year?
For the past 2 years, we lost to the semifinals, and we was fed up. So we had to just do better and make it to the championship and win it all, senior year.
I want to hear from the quarterback. Like you spared that, like, you know, because when quarterbacks win, it's sort of like similar like a point guard. When you lose, you're gonna get blamed. When you win, you're gonna get the praise. So like, you won. So like, can you elaborate on like How confident was y'all coming into the season this year?
We were very confident. This is my first year at Curtis. When I first came here, they were hungry because they lost pretty bad the year before. And yeah, they were hungry and they wanted to win. That's what I came here for, to help the team win, and did exactly that.
So you're a sophomore.
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. You got one more year left. So you're trying to go back to back.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you go back to back. We could come back and come back next year.
Yeah.
All right. Let me hear from the running back.
Yeah, so like what happened last year, how like we had a lot of hype around us that we were gonna go to the chip, and we underachieved that goal. So we no one thought ahead of each other basically. We all treated it like a brotherhood, and that's why I thought we all had confidence in each other. We all didn't think we were ahead of each other, so that's what really helped us. Last year helped us like learn from our mistakes, and that's why we won it this year.
Back to the quarterback. How much confidence that you have in your receivers, my guy Casey and my guy Evan Dukes, because that touchdown that you threw, was that the fourth quarter, Mike J, in the back of the end zone?
There's two of them.
It was two of them, but the last one, like to put it in the, I want to say the last one. Overtime.
Yeah.
Like how much trust did you have to just throw it up there and you knew Casey was gonna make that catch?
I mean, even like I had a lot of trust because in practice, like he was head tapping people a lot. And earlier in the game, like he had a nice touchdown. I really trusted him on the one-on-one, and I was shocked when they didn't put a safety over him. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it, and yeah, it worked out.
And even Evan Duke scored a big pass.
Yeah.
On the left side.
Yeah.
So could you describe, like, you put that pass, like, right there, and I thought that was a big catch in the game. And Evan Dukes, he ran it back, but they called they called a flag, and they brought it back.
They scored right after, though. So.
But could you explain, like, can you talk a little bit about Evan Dukes?
He's different. He's really quick, and he's really good in his routes. I rarely ever see him drop a football. He has really good hands. And, that catch was crazy. He dove for that.
It's funny that you said you never seen him drop a pass, because I known Evan Dukes for a long time, and my little bro, G'd up Grady, Darryl used to always say, Evan, you don't got hands. And, like, now, when he won, I text Darryl, I said, Darryl, Evan do got hands, you know. So like shout out to Evan and Casey. It's funny that you say you were surprised that they put a safety. They didn't have a safety, but
yeah, bro.
But it's for Ahmad. I remember when Ahmad played his senior year versus Ehall and at Yankee Stadium, and I don't even think they was triple teaming him. And then on the final play of the game, it was one-on-one. So when that pass happened to Casey, I thought about that same exact pass. Could you talk about that play when you won in 2017, I believe?
The 2000, Tasson he carried us in 2017. I carried us in 2016, but that whole game was it was going back and forth. It was a good game between both teams. And it just came down to the matter of who wanted it more. So we knew we had to get the playmakers the ball, and Gambo just schemed it up. And you know what I'm saying, Quincy was like, hey, because we was a hurry up team. So Quincy he was like, yo, we got to huddle up, we got to hide him out. You know what I'm saying, like, we got to run to the ball and snap it quick so we don't have time to double team him. So we did that, got to the ball, and I'm seeing that there's two people over me, and then there's a third person coming. So Quincy's trying to hike the ball before they could triple team me. Mind you, it's 4th and 22, so we trying to get some yards, go for it on or get a stop. So Quincy see me run out there, it's two guys over me, call a hike, I just run, I take off, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, like this is what we live for, you know what I'm saying, like somebody gotta go down here and make a play, whether it's me or Qua or Josh Cambry or whoever it was. So Quincy just saw me running down the field. I beat 2 guys, and then the third guy was trailing. He just let it fall in the basket, and that was kind of really what it was.
That play, like that, I remember that play. That was a crazy play. Shout out to my guy Quincy too, though,
Yeah,
who
shout
doing
out Q
good,
Boogie, man. Shout out
who
Q
doing
Boogie.
good things right now, man. I wanna. All year I've been hearing about the Curtis defense. Could y'all two just talk about like y'all defense and how much pride y'all took on the defensive end?
We all some dogs. We all got like this connection. Like I don't know, it's just we just some dogs. For me,
Well, what I think the success of the defense is everybody was hungry to make a play. Like everybody just wanted the opponent team's head. To be honest, we got the D line. They're crazy.
dogs.
Straight dogs. Jarrett, shout out Jarrett. He's a dog. Derek, Jalil, Marcus Stafford, some young guys getting in there. And then the DBs, safeties, they just come downhill, just ready to take somebody's head off. Then, in coverage-wise, they're all right. They're all right. But, the linebacker crew, man.
So
linebacker
let me
crew.
get a trick. So y'all two, let me get this straight. I'm sorry. Y'all two are the linebackers.
Yeah.
All right.
So the linebacker crew, bro, they're just all over the field. Like, they're just unstoppable. Number 8, number 0, number 2, number 11. They all just hungry. They're dogs.
What was the mentality? What was the mentality y'all had coming into the playoffs, and what did Coach Gamble and his staff do for y'all to get y'all mentally ready?
Mentally ready, we was just, yeah, it was just basically just don't be scared. Just go out there, give it your all. Relentless effort.
Yeah, we just had to win at all costs. We just had to keep doing what we're doing the whole year, and we'll be fine. We beat all the big teams. We knew we can beat everybody in the division. We beat Tombo, E-Hall. We knew we can beat anybody, so...
Yeah, talk that smack. Yeah,
like that gave
undefeated too. Talk
gave
that
us
smack.
Yeah, that gave us that confidence, so yeah.
Yeah, so like we beat, like what he said, we beat every team, so we were definitely confident that we could beat whoever the heck we want. But so the whole, like we were undefeated, so like really that's just
Yeah, you
we were
don't.
undefeated.
Yeah, you was undefeated. Cause
So, like-
listen, let me tell you something. I want y'all to know that y'all went undefeated this year, so y'all gonna have a target on your back. So y'all gotta come in next season, hungry because y'all the city champs. And not only that though, y'all got 8 city champs, 8 titles. Most everybody know who y'all are. Even my friends in Brooklyn, like, oh, the Allen got it. Allen got it in football. You know what I'm saying? So that's I definitely respect y'all on that.
Yeah.
To the younger players watching this that play football, I want all of y'all to answer this. To the younger players that's watching this that plays football, why do you feel they should choose Curtis out of all of the other high schools?
Because we're the best, and because academically we're the best too. Gamble helps us a lot, and we got the best football team. 8 rings, can't beat that. I came from the South Shore, and I transferred to the North Shore
What high school you came from?
from St. Joseph by the Sea. It's a Catholic school. I came all the way to Curtis because I knew Gambo, I knew they were the best. I wanted to get a ring.
Yeah, same situation for me. I'm from the South Shore as well. I went to St. Peter's and I transferred here to Curtis. I knew they had a really good team, and yeah.
Well, we do have 8 city championships. Academic-wise, we get help from coaches, other teachers, Miss Mack, study hall. It's just a good social school. I feel like you could meet a lot of new people, and just the football program-wise, like we're better than everybody, to be honest.
Like that talk. I like that talk.
Yeah, just check the history. We got 8 chips. We really like unstoppable for real. And yeah, and our coaching staff, the history with the coaches, and yeah, the academics, like they said. Yeah.
For me, I would just say everything that they saying, holding down on just football and academics. I think, of course, you want to go to a school who's good, who has winning program, and the education is there. The nursing program is good. So it's like when you really looking for a school, a lot of people get caught into the offers and the side effects, and it's important that you go to a school where the education is good and it's family oriented. We win a lot of championships here because the education is good and we family oriented. A lot of the teams that win championships is brotherhood and is deeper than what you necessarily see on the field. So I think that's a lot of things that you can't teach. You can't sit here and work on that day in and day out. You just gotta set that standard early in the season and then just go from there. So I just feel like don't get caught up in the hype and a lot of things that you see. I think it's important that you go somewhere where you loved and where the education is gonna get you further than this game always will. So.
Baby got Coach Red sidetracked. Is they all right?
Red, we all set.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. That's all right. It's all good. That's going to be on the bloopers part. Can we do like a blooper edition? You ready?
The bloopers, now they got out of that.
What? Curtis is a unique school. Like a lot of people went to Curtis on this side, and we all have our favorite teachers. Could y'all just explain, Ahmad, who was your favorite teacher in Curtis and why?
I mean, the support there is real. They all my favorites. From Gambo to Ritter, Coach Arch, the staffs on both basketball, football teams. It's just the support is real. Then you could go into academics and. You got Miss Mack, you got Miss Abramo, you got a lot of people who's just it's important to them for your kids to get their education. So I think that shout out to a lot of the teachers, a lot of the staff in Curtis just for I'm saying like being there deeper than the sport. Just the utmost thanks to that school, to Curtis, and everybody that's just helped me get to where I gotta go, and that just helps everybody else get to college and pursue their dreams.
My favorite teachers is Miss Mack, Mr. Banks, because they support me. They make me take the extra step and make sure I'm on my stuff, do what I gotta do in school, and like keep my grades up and stuff like that.
My favorite teacher is Miss Zadarin. She's just a great teacher. Whenever I'm like on the verge of going off track, she'll just set me back right, like back on track, make sure everything's good, work done.
My favorite teacher is probably Mr. Fornabayo. He's super chill, and after my game, he was super supportive, and he was like showing the whole class like the advanced article and stuff. He made me sign like his scarf and stuff. Like, he's really cool, and he's a good teacher too. So yeah.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Banks because we always talk about sports in that class. Like throughout the season, we're talking about like how we're going through every game. He might not be a coach, but he acts like he's a coach. He coaches. He actually does coach track, and he got me into track too. And academically, he helps me. He tutors me in that too. So he tutors me in math. So yeah.
It's funny. Shout out to Miss Mack because when I had the basketball players up here, they said that Miss Mack was their favorite teacher. So big shout out to Miss Mack, and I want to shout out Mr. Banks because Mr. Banks was in Curtis when I was there. And he supported myself and former players. So, and it's good to see Mr. Banks still in Curtis, still giving back to the youth. So, shout out to you, Mr. Banks. What else? I want to talk about what was the energy like in Curtis Y'all had a busy week. Zoe hit the game-winning shot. It was y'all won the city championship. So what was the energy like in that building come Monday morning?
The energy was great. Actually, a lot of people ain't want to go to school. I did though, cause I already know it was coming.
The
A
love.
lot, yeah.
Well, that way, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I went to school the next day as well. I had like random people come up to me I'd never seen before in my life, just like thanking me, hugging me, all this. Like people, it was crazy. I never experienced anything like that before in my life. So yeah.
Yeah, so on Monday, I came to school because a lot of people weren't going to school. I came to school because everybody was glazing me. It was great. Scored 2 touchdowns. Everybody was talking about me. So that was great. And then Tuesday, I didn't go to school. I have partied.
Curtis has a lot of motion right now.
That Monday, it was good experience. Everybody was calling us champs. We was walking around with our medals. We just had a lot of aura that day, honestly. He didn't.
Well, when you hear Coach Red say bigger than basketball, I was talking to Baby before we got on set. But when you hear Coach Red say bigger than basketball, if I was a football coach, it would be bigger than football. So when you hear bigger than basketball, just take the basketball part out of it and put bigger than football. So what, in your own words, what do you mean? What do you believe? I feel like what do bigger than football mean to you? Just not basketball. Start with Ahmad, then go down.
I mean, bigger than football to me is kind of, first and foremost, respecting the game and knowing that everybody, all the greats that come before you, that dedicated their time, hard work, and dedication to the game of football. I feel like that's first to me is having that respect for the game, to go out there and work hard and do the best I could to, respect the game. I feel like that's one of my main things bigger than football. And then after that, it would just necessarily be like just understanding the game, like being a student, understanding that this game has so much valuable lessons to it. Of course, playing comes with wins and losses and stuff, but the things when you're not on the court or you're not on the field, I feel like that's where you get the most lessons from and where you grow as an athlete. But it's important that you keep God first and you be where your feet are. And these young men, they did a great job this season. They was where their feet was each and every week. They embraced the opportunities. They embraced the hardships. They fought through it, and they was together through it all, and it kind of spoke for themselves. They was confident. Didn't let the naysayers or the doubters distinguish where they was trying to go. They kept their head down, and they just stuck with the culture, and that's the culture at Curtis, is to win. And just like any other game, nobody remembers nothing unless you win. So once you win, then the conversation becomes different. So I think whatever bigger than basketball is just bigger than football is just doing whatever you can to respect the game and leave legacy behind to talk about and support. That's it.
I don't really know what to say. He just said everything, honestly. But I'm gonna just pass it down.
Yeah, I agree with what Ahmad said. Like, bigger than football would be like, as far as like academics and mentally ready. Like, cause playing football is easy. It's school, social life. It's like, can you stay focused to what you're gonna do in playing football?
What bigger than football means to me is like football gives me like purpose. It makes you want to train every day and be better. I mean, I don't even know what I am without football. I'm nothing without it. So it means a lot to me. And yeah.
What I've learned from football is to always take advantage of things, and whenever you're down, always get back up. Because, I was when I came to my original school, I wasn't looking good in almost everything, academically and football, and then I transferred, and now I got a ring. I'm doing pretty good right now. Got an offer. I got an offer, yeah. So really, those first 2 years, I I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned from them, and I put in effect.
That I want y'all to understand this. Bigger than basketball for myself is I want y'all to really understand this, that it's the same thing with football. If I was a football coach, a baseball coach, a wrestling coach, or whatever, you can't do nothing without grades. So whatever you want to do in life, if you want to continue your education in football, you have to do what you have to do in school. It's mandatory. You can't get around that. And it's so funny that Mike J is here. He went to Curtis. He played basketball at Curtis. He went to St. John's. He graduated 4 years. He never played college basketball. He's a dear friend of mine, but he's very successful in life without basketball. Like, just because he didn't play college basketball, or he chose not to play college basketball, shall I say, that don't make you not successful. He's still successful. And to the young men and women that's watching, that's going to be seeing this podcast, like, Mike J is the perfect definition of bigger than basketball or bigger than football. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to understand that moving forward in school, y'all got I'm counting. It's 120 days left in school. Y'all have to do what you have to do in school because life goes like this. And Mook, I'm very proud of you that, and I don't know you. I don't know you from a can of paint. You go to Curtis. You the city champs, but you said that you wasn't doing what you're supposed to do where you was at, and you came to Curtis, and you changed it all around. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
I would like to go from. You have something to say? You can say.
Nah, I'm good.
Can you just the last question is. 2 more questions. The first question is, all y'all, could you please explain? Can you tell us your GPA right now, currently in high school?
All right. Currently, mine's a 3.7, and I've managed that for a good year. So yeah.
I really don't know my GPAs. I could tell you my average is around like an 80, which is not that good. It could be better. I can admit I can do way better in school. It's tough when you're in football season to get like homework done and stuff like that. That's not an excuse though. So
I don't know my exact average. I mean GPA, but I could tell my average. I have an 80 average, but as far as my fellow peers said, I could do better.
Yeah, I don't know my GPA either, but my average is 86, and yeah.
So that's good. Like, y'all all passed, y'all all got 80 average in school. That's great. The next part of this this segment of the podcast is called Coach Red, Who Cares? I'm going to throw some names at you, and the first thing that come to your mind, if you want to elaborate more on it, you can. We're going to start with Ahmad first. Malik Martin.
Elite. That was easy.
Coach Gambo.
Great.
Coach Archibald.
Unique.
ADG Barbershop.
fire.
Curtis High School.
The greatest.
There you have it. Shout out to Nuke Network. I appreciate you coming out here, taking your time out your busy day to shoot this Bigger Than Basketball podcast. Shout out to these young men, Curtis High School legend. Now y'all legends too. Y'all got something that nobody could never take back away from y'all. Shout out to everybody in the barbershop. Shout out to Mike J. Shout out to Mrs. Anderson over there? Shout out to Mrs. Anderson, Sean White, Sally Yo, everybody. Braided by Paris in the building. Do y'all know that Mike J, he only wear a pair of sneakers one time, he don't never wear them again? Did y'all peep that? Have y'all noticed that?
Wait till y'all get this bill.
Shout out to everybody, episode 5. See you next week. Peace. Appreciate y'all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Word, it's definitely dope. Quarterback. You wanna, like, your agent is not here actually.
We want Soto money.
Your agent is not here actually.
My agent.
He's not here.
I don't know who you talking about. Wait, what's so funny? I have no clue what you're talking about. I have no idea why he's laughing.
Oh my God, that was funny. I'm Mike me now. Take this off because this is a funny joke right now. Woo! I needed that laugh.